Hi, this is Corey McCarthy, and welcome to a new episode of Fit, Formidable, and Fantastic. That's right, go F yourself. And in this episode, I want to address a question that I hear all the time. I've been asked this, I've heard others ask this. It's obviously a very common concern, and I wanted to touch on it. And that is, can you train when you're still sore from your previous workout? This depends. What kind of soreness are we talking about here? Are we talking about a soreness where it feels like there's something wrong? And you should be able, even if you aren't, the most advanced lifter, you should be able to tell what feels like the correct kind of soreness versus what feels like the wrong kind of soreness. So if you're feeling something that feels pulled or torn or, any one of those, you really don't want to be lifting. You should be taking time. You actually should probably be going to a doctor to see the extent of the damage, or if it's something minor, major, and what you should be doing, to help, rehabilitate. But if it's the kind of soreness that's just, from lifting, like, just general, that tight, achy sort of feeling that you get from lifting heavy weights when the muscle has been sufficiently taxed, then yes, you can. But there's a guideline here. You shouldn't be training the same group the very next day. You should be at least taking 1 to 2 full days off in between sessions, depending on the size of the muscle group. For instance, if it's legs, I would say take up to 3 days off between. So if you were to do a Monday, then maybe you should train legs around like Friday or something like that. That would be fine. But if it's something like back or chest, then maybe like if you train it on a Monday, you could get away with it on a Thursday. But with something like arms or deltoids, possibly if you did it on Monday, you could get away with it on a Wednesday. So really it depends on the size of the muscle group, which also affects the healing rate and everything else, because the more you tax, the more you're going to have to heal. And it's going to be on your body to make that happen with proper sleep and proper nutrition. So really that's the answer. It depends on the muscle group. It depends on the kind of soreness. If you don't follow that guideline, you could end up overtraining. Now, there are ways you can use overtraining to your advantage for growth. For instance, they call that overreaching, but you won't be doing that for long periods of time, at the most maybe 2 to 3 weeks, because it can tax your central nervous system, and you will eventually begin to lose size, lose strength. It's not good for your system. It could wear you down, and you would actually need 2 weeks or longer off to help your CNS recover, basically. So, yes, you can train while you're still sore. Even if after those 2 to 3 days that you take off, you are still sore, yes, you can still train. In fact, there was a joint Australian and Japanese study done, and relatively recently, that showed that they looked at training muscle groups between 2 and 4 days apart, and they found that there was no significant additional damage done to the muscle, and nor was recovery impeded by training a sore muscle, as long as there was that 2 to 4 day period of rest in between. So I hope that answers your question. The answer is that yes, as long as you take some time to allow that particular muscle. No, don't do chest back to back like that. But yes, you can train your chest again the same week, in fact, even if it's still sore. Or, for instance, if you did chest one day and you want to do triceps another day, and since triceps are involved in your chest work, they will be taxed, of course. But you can, in fact, do that, as long as you give it at least, I'd say, 1 day for triceps, a couple days for chest. Time to recover. So even if you're still sore, go for it. As long as that soreness is an appropriate kind of soreness. And that's something that even a beginning lifter can intuitively, or should be able to intuitively tell, just by listening to their body, feeling the responses. Something will feel wrong if you did something wrong. So I hope that was coherent. It's late. I just trained. I'm tired. And if you have any questions or would like a clarification, please drop it below, and I will get back to you. Until then, I will see you again on this coming Monday for a Meatless Monday. Stay fit, stay formidable, stay fantastic. See you around.